Renee, second quarter, you guys really turned it on. On the court, what did you guys see out there that made the difference between that first quarter and the second quarter?
I just think we got stops and made them, and we were able to run. You know, when you're taking the ball out of the net, it's hard to run and get fast break points. So every time we got a stop and made it one and done, we were able to get easy baskets.
What was your motivation after the first quarter?
It's always to win. I mean, I have like allergic to losing, so it's hard to sleep and everything. So, you know, we need a good night's rest.
They made 7 of 32 shots from 3. Where was it your guys' defense? Was it a little bit of luck too? Some went in and out. What was it that made
For sure, our defense.
Here.
Yeah, we were all over it. We worked on this in practice and we talked about it. The scout was a great coach,
Facts.
telling us how to guard the screen and everything like that. So it was definitely.
You guys were hitting from 3 in the first half, I think 6 of 8. And then the second half, you attempted 4 3-pointers. Did their defense change to give you guys more inside looks, or was it just you weren't feeling it? Or?
For me personally, like I'm an opportunistic 3-point taker, so they clearly weren't going to let me just come off of pick and rolls and shoot. So we try not to force the issue. We have so many scoring weapons that it's not like we have to do one particular thing. And I think we kind of just rolled with what was working.
Tiffany, you kind of mentioned this earlier, but did you have the upper hand because coach, you kind of.
Let me answer that. We always have the upper hand because of coach. We always, no, seriously, okay, this is her old team, but like our scouts are like out of this world. Like, you know, she'll watch every game the team we're about to play twice. Like, it's crazy. So we usually are, if we look crazy out there, it's not because of scouting, I can tell you that.
Coach, how's that feel for you playing with the team, beating them at that 5-0, 5-1 now, excuse me.
Exactly.
And all because of what you do. How's that make you feel?
You know, I think any win in this league feels good. I mean, it doesn't matter if you beat the first place team or the 12th place team. This league is so good that you covet every win, you know, and every win matters. Obviously, you know, it's a big win. You know, we talked about this and that, you know, we got Minnesota because, you know, Renee played for Minnesota, and we got Chicago because Breland was in Chicago, and so I just need players with backgrounds that have played somewhere else. So we keep having that motivation because there's no doubt that I know these guys fought a little bit harder for me today. I know that. And, you know, I obviously have a great relationship with that staff, and I'm super proud of how they're playing and what they're doing. But of course, you know, like it's when you beat your mentor, one of your mentors, like that's a big moment, you know. So it's no different than me saying it was a big win to beat Minnesota because Cheryl Reeves is, you know, if not the best coach, you know, a great coach in this league. Like every win is a big win, but yeah, it means a little bit more for sure.
And Connecticut stayed kind of in the game by attacking the offensive glass. Is that a concern for you going forward? Other teams getting the offensive glass, getting more second chance points?
Well, you know, Connecticut is great on the glass. They're really quick to the glass. Their guards go to the glass. We knew that was an emphasis. And, you know, they're a team that's been shooting 50% from the field. So they haven't had necessarily the numbers, but their offensive rebounding percentage is off the charts because they really go get offensive rebounds, whether it's Jonquel Jones and Shanae Abumake, and they score around the rim that way. So I'm not surprised. I thought we battled. You know, I thought there were balls that were being tipped around in there. You know, Alyssa Thomas is a warrior. I mean, her numbers were insane in this game. 19 and 17. But I thought we turned her over some. We knew if we met her early. The one thing that we didn't give up in this game was she gets downhill on defensive rebounds, and we met her early. You know, it was a little tweak to the game plan that we don't always do, but we specifically went and met her early, and it was Tiff's assignment early in the game, but we just weren't going to let her get downhill against us where she can start picking you apart with the pass. With Strickland on one side for a 3 and Williams filling the lane on the other side. So I thought that was a big key to the game, that they didn't maybe score as many baskets in transition as they're used to.
Tiffany, the Sun had scored 100 points or more in 3 games coming into this one. You held them under 80. Was there anything specific that you all were prepared for defensively?
We just talked as a team and said nobody's scoring 100 points. So that was that. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, I think our defense is one of the best in the league. So we can't just have people coming around home court and scoring 100. So we definitely had to talk as a team, everybody, that we're not gonna let that happen.
Renee, can you talk about the resiliency of this group with the quick turnaround between Sunday and tonight?
I think collectively we knew that we let one get away on Sunday. We didn't play our best basketball, so that's always the worst when you kind of lose the game on your own. You give it away. I'm not saying that they weren't going to win, but we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a lot of times. So I think everybody came in, like I told you. I know personally I was sitting in the message, coach's old team, so we can't play the same way we played last game for sure. They're rolling too, and you don't want to get embarrassed on your home court. You got a team coming in here scoring 100 points a game, and so if you come with a lack of energy or a lack of anything, they might run you out the gym. So there is every game, you play a heavy hitter. We just played Dinah Taurasi and Brittany Griner, then we come in and play a team that's scoring 100. So you do have to have a quick. You just have to just turn it over quick. You can be mad. I'm mad all night usually when we lose, but I know when I wake up the next day for practice, I kind of gotta look at the next scout.
Coach, was this the best game for your bench so far this season?
Well, it's certainly Dee Dee's best game.
Come on, Renee.
Danta's first week at training camp was really impressive. I mean, I knew she was a good player. We obviously re-signed her in the off season, but the first week at camp, I was really excited about what Dee Dee could bring because I thought she genuinely could be a stretch 5, give us minutes at the 4, and give us a different look at the 5. And so, and then her ankle started bothering her, and we've been dealing with ankle issues since the first week at camp. And so she looked a little more spry the last couple days, and coming in and making that corner 3, I think just kind of elevated her, and allowed her to kind of get to her package, get to her step back right shoulder and the post. And, she caught and finished on a really nice drop off pass by Angel. And, sometimes we've missed those. We've missed some baskets around the rim. And she just put them in, and so huge lift for us, especially knowing we couldn't play Elizabeth as many minutes. We weren't sure we were going to have her before this morning. So to have that out of Dee Dee today was really big because I thought he started labor and midway through the third. It was just, I think it was wearing on her ankle.
Coach, the team has shown a lot more confidence, aggressiveness, energy tonight. Is there something in particular that you worked on in practice?
We took it really easy in practice. Practice yesterday was basically a walkthrough.
Okay, so maybe that's it.
Okay. I think you're always trying to balance in this league. It's the first thing you learn coming from the college game to the pro game is that you can't beat them down. The season is short. The games come fast and furious. When you look at a game like tonight, when we had, only played 8 players. I think we distributed the minutes, other than maybe Tiffany's. But you have to be careful about their recovery and making sure you keep them off the feet. So it was more about we watched a little film on ourselves from the last game. What can we do better? We talked about just different things Connecticut was going to do. Their high ball screen package, their early offense package. We came back today and talked about their horns package and things that they run out of their side ball screen actions. And so it was a lot more talking. It was a lot more challenging, to understand the scout, to understand the tendencies. And then certainly, it helps when I know every play call and can say ahead of time, okay, Tip, you got a top block here because they're about to pin down. That helps, and play calls in this league, but you really know play calls when you put that playbook in for 2 years. So, and they run a lot of the same things. And so, I only kicked myself when they hit the 3 late by Strick because, they run a hot cold package and they ran cold. So, and we gave up the 3. So other than that, I thought we were really in tune to the game plan.
Any questions? Coach, you went, I think the last game you used this a little bit too, that 4-guard lineup. So a little bit of that tonight. Is that something you're just kind of testing out every game?
You saw a whole, maybe the last 2 minutes, and it was really
it wasn't a lot. But.
Yeah, no, we didn't use it because the last 2 minutes we weren't even running anything. We were basically trying to control the ball and be able to get the ball in bounds. And with Alyssa Thomas playing the 4, you know, it allows us easily to move Angel to the 4 and play, you know, kind of a small lineup, a defensive-minded lineup, just to kind of take away the arc there late. We definitely worked a little bit in practice on our 4-guard package with Angel at the power forward. And a lot of that had to do with, I think we need to have it, but I think we needed to put it in slowly because Angel coming to camp late, she had to learn the 3 first. She had to learn what are we doing. She had to catch up with our playbook at the 3. And then we'll really simplify when she's at the 4. But we worked on that a little yesterday and a little today because we weren't sure how much Elizabeth would play. So it's obviously a direction, especially when you're down 1 player, that we're more apt to go. But there's no doubt you'll see it. You will see it as time goes on. It allows us to play Brittany Sykes more minutes as well.
Did you see with shortening up your rotation that you had a better flow throughout the course of the game, or is it just the opponent itself tonight?
I think it's a combination of both, you know. I think, you know, there's no doubt that those 8 players played pretty well, you know, seamlessly when they would get in. I do think it's hard to rotate 5 and 5 or 4 at once. But you also have to be really careful in this league with the way these games come at, you know, overplaying players. And so, you know, sometimes you have to get into your bench and play 9 and 10 from a minutes perspective. But knowing we had tomorrow off and don't play till Friday, it was a little easier. And, you know, when you have a group playing well, with Angel in foul trouble, it allowed Brittany to play extended minutes in the first half. And then with Dee Dee coming in and giving us such good minutes, I was just going to keep going back to her. So it made that rotation really easy that way. So, you know, will we play 9 and 10 at times? Of course. But there's no doubt those 8 are going to play consistent minutes.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Great win, y'all.
Thank you.